Have you ever wondered what the recruiter is talking to you about or what you hear on TV or see in the ads is true? Have you ever wondered if they're hiding or withholding any information? If you have these questions and more, then this is a place for you. This is Military Illumination. I'm Gary, and we just have simple conversations about things the military won't share with you. Simple conversations over a cup of coffee. Today, what I want to talk to you about is the military commitment to paying for college, or should I say, the military college incentive. You see it everywhere, you hear about it, but is it true? Is it actually worth the trouble, worth the hassle? Today, I just want to talk to you, share some information. Hopefully, it resonates with you. At the very least, I hope that it gets you thinking. People are attracted to the military option for paying for college because they have no money. Pure and simple. Their families hasn't prepared for that college experience against their bank account. Sometimes the student hasn't decided to go to college until their junior or senior year. But on the rare occasion where the thought of going to college was on their mind since they were in grade school, but they're always were met with "we can't afford it" by their parents, and without any solutions. It's a dream that they have that's going to go unfulfilled. Enter the United States government through the Department of Defense, or now it's the Department of War, the military. They found a clever way to package that dream and fit it into your goals. That's what they did. They're taking something as simple as paying for college, those words, as they're in to a conversation with a young person. Normally what happens is that all that people hear is pay for college. Yeah, they can pay for college, pay for college, pay for college. But the first thing you want to, when you ask yourself is this: do they pay for college? Is it a full ride scholarship like an elite athlete would get from a university? Or is it just a hodgepodge, piecemeal, vague opportunity that comes with many strings attached? So that's the first question you had to ask yourself: is this a real deal? One thing that you want to understand is this: in the enlistment contract, it doesn't have anything about paying for college. There's nothing even close to it. It's not in the contract. And as the contract says, if it's not in the contract, it doesn't exist. That's the first thing. Second thing is that once a person gets out of the military, they now fall under the Veterans Administration, Department of Veterans Administrations. The military, as they know it, doesn't exist. The door, put it this way, they kick you out the door and they slam the door shut. That aspect of it has nothing for your future. The military is just that. It's a moment in time. It is not about your future. So the second thing you ask yourself is this: okay, who's paying for it? Where's the money coming from? It's not coming from the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines. It's not coming from those branches. It's coming from the Department of Veterans Affairs through various programs set down by Congress, who they can change at any time. And where did the money come from? Taxpayers. I talked about that in my last podcast. I'm going to go into more detail. It comes from taxpayers. So ironically, in a really sick, morbid way of thinking, okay, the person who goes in the military earns a salary that's taxed. And that salary, that tax goes into the treasury, which is funded through different programs of the military. That's where the money's coming from. The branches aren't paying you for college, okay? And once that happens, now you have to go through the bureaucracy of the Department of Veterans Affairs. Are there options? Yes. There's as many options as you want them to be. Only the person who's thinking about the college fund can be as creative as they can to make things work for them. Do you have to incur a lot of college debt? No, you don't, right? But with the military's way is that they're going to work you for 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. Don't start that now. You can go in for lesser, but look at the contract. It's for 8 years. I'm not going to get into that. For 8 years, they got you. They own you. They own your life. They own your family. They own every aspect of you. You can't even fart without asking permission. Okay? Trust me. Just fart, you'll see. Okay? So that's what they're offering you. They're offering you something in the future that is not guaranteed. If you don't get out of the Army, the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, if you don't get out of the branches with the honorable discharge, all bets are off. No college. 8 years. A lot can happen in 8 years. A lot can happen in 8 years. You go into 18, you figure you're 26, and then 4 years, 30. Hopefully you didn't get married. Hopefully you didn't pump out a few babies. Hopefully you don't got no debt. Hopefully your mental capacity is still there. Hopefully your drive to learning is still there. They say there's a lot of hope. Okay. Yeah, you can, at 30, 35, your prime, let's not go there. Your earning potential is really diminished. Okay. Versus here you go. Put a little bit of money aside for that first year of community college. Maybe if you're a junior or senior, start working. Put some money aside, right? That's going to pay for those books for your first year. That's the main one, is the first year. And by the way, when you go to the VA, the money, it doesn't start right away. It's rarely going to start when you need it. Chances are it's going to be 4 to 5 months if there's no issues before the funding starts. And then now you gotta align that with your college. Okay. So now to be prepared to fund yourself for 6 months to a year. But I'm digressing. So you go ahead and put some money aside. You work your way through, get the first year of college out of the way, community college. Then do the same thing for second year. But only this time you've known that you can, there's grants, there's scholarships that you can apply for, there's grants that you don't have to pay back. There's a lot of things that you don't have to pay for out of your pocket. You can work for the company that's going to pay for some of that. You got friends on your birthday, tell them, you get your mom and dad or whatever, to tell them, don't give me anything, just put some money in my account at my college so I can get my books paid for. So you're all doing all this stuff while you're keeping your freedom. Now, if you got a school that has a skills program where they teach you blue collar type of jobs, hands-on type of jobs, what do you call that? There's a fancy term for it, and I can't remember what it is. But it's the trades. Yes, the official term is the trades, right? In those trades, I'm telling you, you get in that, you making bank. You're gonna be able to pay for your college. Unions, you get into apprenticeships. Okay, stay at home. Don't piss your parents off. Put a little money in the kitty for food and board. Get your first. Now, once you get also some schools also have running start programs where if you work hard and you study, you're actually going to college while you're in high school. You can graduate with an associate's. That means that now you're entering into the university of your choice with into the program of your choice as a junior, as a junior when you graduate high school. You got 2 years left. It's significantly cheaper. It's not very sexy, going to a 4-year university at the beginning, but this first 2 years anyway is just getting your basics out of the way. So doing that, you're able to pay for your college inside of 8 years with very little debt. Trust me, you're in America, you're going to have debt. Okay? You get debt. I think as if you become a teacher in certain areas, Title I schools, you can work there for 10 years and get it paid off. There's a lot of companies, if you're good enough, that they will pay off some of your student loan. So that's what I'm saying here. You have options. Look at your options. Your options are either give up 8 years of your life for the possibility that maybe of going to college with a whole bunch of baggage, or graduate high school with the degree, with associates, go into a 4-year university as a junior, okay, and then get your degree that way. Pay for your college as you go. Put a little money away. But either way, you're going to have to do the work. Either way. But you might as well do it in a way where you're not having chains on you, where you're not shackled down as in the military. You're always going to have sweat equity. I'm going to leave with this. You can't get away from sweat equity. Top tier performers, whether academically top tiers, musical top tiers, athletic top tier students, they put sweat equity into it. They practice. Their life is spent around it. That's why people are willing to give them these scholarships, because they have proven, they have put the work in, they have put the effort in. Now they're reaping the benefits. So what you're saying here is this. Now you think you don't want to put no sweat into it, go in the military, and they're just going to give you hammies, handouts. Is that what it is? How good is that opportunity when you don't have to put nothing into it? Yeah. You could put some sweat equity into working your way through college, things I mentioned. That's putting sweat equity into it, and you're going to benefit from it. But when you're given it, when it's given to you without putting the work and the effort into it, you got to be very careful. Sweat equity. You got to be very, very careful. And that's being said, look at the options. Is the military option to pay for college, is it a legitimate opportunity or just a lure to get 8 years of your life to serve in the United States military? My next podcast is going to be about recruiters, those little rascals. I would call them a P word, but I'm not going to call them that P word. No, not that PU word. The predators. That's what I'm going to be calling them. That's what we'll be talking about. My next one. Incidentally, these are all bonus. These are all bonus podcasts. I haven't started season 3 yet. Season 3 will start probably in August or September. All these are just bonuses, just little tidbits, and hopefully you find them interesting. If you do find them interesting, share with someone, talk about it, And I think I got a little link for paying for me for coffee. I need the coffee. I need the coffee, and I want to, and he can help me support this work. And that's basically it. There ain't much else to talk about. Oh yeah, I forgot this one thing. Always read the fine print. Trust the government very little. Do your research. If you're going to the military, just know the recruiters will lie. And I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.